Hello, warriors. I am here today to talk about essential oils and the starter kit, which is where I recommend everyone starting their essential oil journey. I started my essential oil journey before the starter kit by buying random oils and diffusers at stores like Whole Foods or even our local supermarkets, and I wasted some money on products that were not up to par. So join me today to learn more about essential oils and the Young Living Starter Kit. Hopefully that won't happen too many more times. Anyhow, I am Susie Barolo, certified life and wellness coach, and I recently, in the last year, got into essential oils, which is, to me, I'm like, well, how did it take me so long, since I spend so much time paying attention to what we put into our body, how we take care of our body, and never really looking at what I put on my body and the air I'm breathing, whereas the air we're breathing can be way more toxic than, and what we're putting on our skin, there's no filter. And so it's now, in this past year, I've been paying more attention to how I use essential oils. I mean, what I do with my body and with that sort of stuff for myself and my family. I am the mom of 5 boys, blended family, and I use essential oils in multiple ways, multiple times a day. Right now, actually, that's my diffuser going with lemongrass and orange and spearmint. And so that's a great place to start. How do you use essential oils? 3 ways. First, diffusing aromatically through the air into your nose. You breathe it, you get it on your skin. Second, topically, you put it on. I put it on different pulse points on my body. And third, you can ingest it. So you can just put it right under your tongue, or I just was drinking some hot water with some cinnamon bark in it, which is a anti-inflammatory, great for your immune system. So 3 ways: diffusing it, putting it on your body, and ingesting it. So there are fancy words for that. That's all you need to remember. What are essential oils? They are potent, volatile, and versatile substances that are actually found in nature. They're derived from plants, and they can support all systems of our body. In fact, they have been supporting all systems of our body for a long, long time. We've just gotten away from them by using more chemically derived things. And I was on antidepressants years ago, and now when I'm suffering from anxiety, my first step is oils and mindfulness-based tools, which is the other work I do as a coach. But we're talking oils today, so let's dive in. They support everything from healthy brain function to healthy weight. They're used for emotional support, like I was just talking about. And not all oils are created equally, which is what I learned when I was just saying at the beginning of this video, when I was talking about buying stuff before from different companies in the United States. You can label an oil as 100% pure, even if there's only 10% of the oil in it. And what does that mean? That you're not getting the full benefits of the oil. Might smell nice, might be like a pretty candle, but you're not getting the therapeutic benefits. So pay attention, do your research. I'm a sort of lazy consumer, so I did my research once, and I choose to go with the company that's been around the longest, and they own their own farms. They have incredible standards in place, making sure that from the seed of the plant to the seal of the bottle, they oversee all pieces of that. And so that's important to me, and now I know when I go to order an oil, I just go to Young Living, just the company I'll be talking about today, and I don't have to then research further, like where to go. So makes it easy for me, and I support Young Living because of all those things I just said. Don't need to go into that more. So let's move forward, and I want to talk about how I suggest starting with oils, because it is a huge financial savings and a great way to start with the most popular oils, and it's called the Premium Starter Kit, which comes in a box with their most popular oils and then some extra goodies under here too, and a diffuser, which is hospital grade, which is also different than the diffusers that you will buy in the store. So let's start talking about the oils that are in here. First one, lemon, that I'm going to talk about. Lemon is great for so many. When you think of oils, some of them you can think of like a tree, and the things that are growing on the tree branches are uplifting and energizing and, also mood lifting. And so lemons, think of them, they grow up, whereas the roots and the deeper parts of trees, that's going to be more grounding and more stabilizing. So lemon is one that is uplifting. It is grown in Argentina and the US. It's high in antioxidants. It's one sometimes I put in my water, and it supports healthy metabolism. It is something one of my favorite baths is lemon, lavender, and peppermint. It's a great detox bath. Very nice. Anyhow, lemon is wonderful. It's also great for cleaning. I have it in my spray bottle. Lemon is great. The next one, let's talk about copaiba. I'm sure I'm pronouncing that incorrectly. It's distilled from the gum resin that is wild harvested from the Brazilian copaiba. It is, so marijuana contains a chemical beta-carotene, I'm sure I'm mispronouncing that, and scientists have thoroughly proven it can be used to treat pain and inflammation, soothe the immune system, and block pain signals without causing euphoria or interfering with the central nervous system. The chemical beta-carotene. Young Living's copaiba essential oil contains the highest amount of BCB. It's 55% than anything else you can find out there, and basically it has the same pain-relieving properties as cannabis oil. However, it's at a higher concentration and there's no added nonsense. So I love copaiba. How do I use it? I will use it, I put it in my diffuser at night to calm the farm. I'll say I put it, if I'm having any sort of joint pain, I will take a drop behind my teeth. I just open it, drop it, and put it behind my teeth, or I'll put it in hot water. It is very soothing. It's wonderful. I have heard of people using it with kids with tooth pain, gumming, who are teething. I guess teething is the word, not gumming. Great thing there. So that's copaiba. Digize is a favorite. Think of Digize, think of digestion. So it's going to help you digest. If you're having any sort of stomach problems, bloating, gassy, any of that, Digize is your go-to. Some people put it on a roller and then they'll roll it right on their belly when they're having menstrual cramps or after a meal. I know of people who carry it in their purses, or their husbands won't leave for work without it. So that's a great tool, digestion. Think of that. Speaking of digestion, let's move right on to peppermint. Peppermint's great for digesting. Peppermint is great. I also put that in tea. And this is the other one I was talking about that's in my detox bath. It is wonderful. It's one of the oldest and most highly regarded herbs. It's energizing. Peppermint is my mate's, now my husband, his favorite for headaches. And so we will diffuse that and it will immediately get rid of his headaches. He will put it right on his temples and feels the headache goes away. Another great way to use oil is I just take a drop and I put it in my palm, rub it around, and then breathe. And it goes right into, when you inhale, it goes right into the gray matter of your brain, which is why it is so important to pay attention to what we're putting into our body. And digestive, it is a hot oil. So as I say, my husband puts it on his temples. I do not. It gets stingy and it gets too tingly for me, too sensitive. And so I mix it with a drop of coconut oil, which I always have around. I just got this on Amazon, coconut oil, and I'll take a pump, put peppermint in it, rub it, and then put it on my temples, and that's fine. It does not dilute the efficacy of the oil. Peppermint's awesome. All right, Thieves. Oh, Young Living might be most famous because of Thieves. It has just made itself famous in mold removal, and it is a sort of go-to standard for mold removal now. I'm not really going to talk about that more. I'll tell you. So Thieves, it gets its name because back when the bubonic plague was going on, there were thieves that went into a village and they were trying to steal the village's, all their stuff. They left, ends up they stole the bubonic plague, and the village was happy. But they had the bubonic plague. So think of Thieves as like getting rid of your colds. It's wonderful. Whenever I'm always diffusing it, cold season with my kids, I put it on the bottom of their feet, a drop on your bottom of your feet. The bottom of your feet is a great place to put essential oils because there are a lot of receptors there and it gets right into it. So if they're feeling sick, I'll rub it in the bottom of their feet. Before bed, I will diffuse it. I will put it in tea. It is the main ingredient in their cleaning spray. And when you get the kit, they give you one of these. It's liquid. I don't know if you can tell. I just pour it into my old bottle of whatever, Windex, fill it with water. You just need this much and it'll last for the whole house. And that's what I use to clean everything in my house now. I no longer have any of the other cleaners, because if they smell like something, look at the back of the bottles. Even Miss Myers and all those things. There's usually fragrance listed, and 2 of my sons have asthma or reactive airways disease, and they would constantly be more reactive in the seasons when all the windows are closed, and I'm using that. Now that I use Thieves, nothing. Like, unbelievable. Because Thieves, what you smell is the essential oils. You aren't smelling any sort of manufactured chemical fragrance. I love it. Raven is another one when we're talking about colds, and if you have an older kid, you would have had RC. Think of Raven, the R, as respiratory, so this is great for all the guck. If you have stuffy nose, congested sinuses, all the bleh, put Raven, put a drop of it in your shower in the morning, and you'll sort of have this nice experience to clear you out. Put it in your diffuser at night, put it in your kid's diffuser, rub it on the bottom of your feet. It is great for all the respiratory guck. Frankincense, actually, before frankincense, let's talk about Pan-Away, because we're sort of talking about not so pleasant things. Pan-Away, think of pain away. Pan-Away is great for sore muscles. It is my go-to. I usually have a roller on mine upstairs, and I'll roll it right on where my muscle is sore. It smells sort of like a Bengay, and it is a combination of oils that works amazingly. It's wintergreen, clove, helichrysum, and peppermint, and those 4 together just get right in and help. They're great for post-sport exercise. It's great to put alone in a bath if you're feeling achy after my kids, like really tough, say they're having tryouts for soccer, and they're feeling achy, put that in the bath. Yay, feels good. Now, on to frankincense. Ancient Egyptians used this oil. It was found in the wild crafted resin of trees in Kenya, and they used it to promote younger and fresher looking skin. I sometimes we just call it Frank in our house. We're on a first name basis with it. And if my kids have zits, or when I get zits, acne, we just take a drop and put it right on that acne. It's great. We're wonderful for it. I also have frankincense mixed in. That would be another Instagram video that I have where I show you how I make my favorite face cream at night. I've taken out all the chemicals and all that sort of stuff, but I put coconut oil and some frankincense in there because it really helps with that cell regeneration. I have lemon in there because we were talking before about how that is high in antioxidants. It combats free radicals and all the other stuff that we come into contact with during the day. Frank is great. Frankincense is also amazing for grounding. So some people swear by it for sleeping. They'll put it in their diffuser. They love it. This is what they put in Roman Catholic churches, I think. Greek. I don't know. They wave that thing in the air. That's frankincense is in there. It's very grounding. When you think of grounding, think of frankincense. People use it for meditating. It's great. Lavender, another calming one. I think everyone's heard of lavender. We think of it mostly with sleep, and this is something that I diffuse every night. I diffuse a couple different oils at night, and lavender is one that I have in there, and it's calming and it's soothing. It is great to reduce anxiety. It is also great to get the red out of your skin. So this is something I have in my face cream, and this is something that if you have a zit, or if teenagers have inflamed skin, my kids get my lavender and they put that on to help the red go down. They call it the Swiss Army knife of oils because it has so many uses, so I can't really do it justice here, but it is a wonderful thing. It's calming, relaxing, deep in sleep. You gotta get you some lavender. And then Citrus Fresh, the last of the main oils in the kit. Citrus Fresh, think again of uplifting the branches of a tree. Wonderful. It is also what I call stinky cleat oil. So cleats being the shoes my kids use for soccer. I will put a drop of this on a cotton ball and put it in their stinky shoes, and it actually gets the stinky particles out of the air and goes away. My kids call it burnt popcorn oil, so that when mom burns popcorn for the 1700th time in the microwave, they are like, let's put this in the diffuser and it makes it go away. So it's a great, wonderful scent, and let's see if I can read this. It's a mixture of orange, tangerine, grapefruit, lemon, mandarin, and spearmint. So it's really an uplifting, wonderful. So it's also a mood lifter. Tangerine is great for ruminating thoughts if your mind is on a loop, and so that's a wonderful thing. And yeah, it's just a great uplifting, wonderful oil. And then with the Young Living Kit, you also get some goodies. So if you've got the Young Living Kit, don't forget to take this tray out, and underneath in this secret cool compartment, you're gonna have things like the Thieves. You're gonna have Ningxia Red. This is just about a shot glass full of awesome energy with essential oils. Before my kids have tests, they like taking a shot of this, not in a shot glass, but in a glass. And then one of my favorite oils, Stress Away, they give you a little roller ball in the kit down there. And so you pop off the regular lid of oils like this, and you put that roller in there, and you can roll it on your pulse points really easily. They also, on the Young Living site, they sell 10 of these for nothing. And so I roll it on my wrists, and I don't know if I can finish this video, it's so good. But I love that. And another place to rub stress away or anything if you're feeling very anxious or worried, Citrus Fresh is a good one, is right on the base of your brainstem. There are lots of receptors there, and that's a good place to do it. And again, the bottom of your feet is wonderful. So I don't want to make this too long, but I did want to dive into the kit that has just made such changes in my life. If you want to know anything else about oils or which other oils I use specifically for things that come up as a mom of 5 in my wonderful family and a business owner and all the things that life throws my way, certainly DM me on Instagram. Otherwise, oh, there are 2 people watching. Hello, I'm waving. Anyhow, otherwise DM me, full of answers to questions. And if I don't know, I mean, essential oils can be a little intimidating, or at least it was to me when I first heard about it in Australia. I felt like everywhere I went, everyone was using them, and just part of, you know, the wellness lifestyle there. And it felt like learning a new language. And I just encourage you to start small, start with one. If you just got the kit, I'd say lavender at night, 2 drops in your diffuser, go for it. During the day, something uplifting and wonderful. How about lemon and peppermint? You'll love it. And go have a great one. Oh, someone else just joined. Bye.